Hope everything's working. I'll check everything. One more again. Everything's already going. Hi, bro. I guess I'll lead us in. When I met you, I was probably like 15, definitely high school era. I thought you were like the coolest guy in literally the world, dude.
Yeah, I worked hard for that. That was when I started using opiates.
Okay.
At that time.
Okay.
I got like a fucking wisdom teeth cut out or something.
Yeah.
They gave me hydros.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Yeah, so I didn't care about shit. I mean, I was 20 years old managing a KFC.
Yeah.
Taco Bell, like I was in over my I didn't have a high school diploma, bro. I was in over my head. I went from $725 to $30,000 a year. And the doctor gave me those hydros, and that was it. You know.
That was like one of the turning points
that man. I thought I could run through a fucking wall. And a doctor, like it's not like I got him from fucking Richard down the road.
Yeah.
It's a doctor. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much been my struggle for the last 20 fucking years was those little, you know, like so many of us.
I guess like before that, was there like because you were what, 20 at that point, so
20 years old.
I'm sure you like had been struggling with like some substances or something like that before that.
Well, before that it was mostly just like weed, man.
Yeah.
LSD, you know, normal shit.
So the pills were like the turning point. Like that was like it.
Yeah.
What can you imagine it just felt like, I guess?
First time in my life, like I wasn't worried. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't worried about shit. Like my hands didn't shake. Like I wasn't concerned about what was going on at home or what she was doing, because there's always a she.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every traumatic experience, I mean, in my life revolved around a woman one way or another, whether it be my mom or, you know. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first time in my life. And I've struggled with that ever since. I managed, shit, man, I don't know, 7 years of sobriety was my longest run, and it's...
What's your longest right now?
What am I on right now?
Yeah.
Like 6 days.
6 days?
Yeah. 6
When was the 7? When was the 7 years? How long ago has that been?
I guess it ended in November. I started taking like diet pills.
Yeah.
You know anything about those?
Not really.
It's fucking speed, man.
What?
But I took those like 2 years and nobody knew.
Wasn't that what be like Fin back in the day? Wasn't that
Exactly
essentially? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Phentermine.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, I know you've traveled around. Well, I mean, you lived a hell of a life. I know nothing about, period, whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, you're welcome to start, after the pills. I mean, you're kind of welcome to jump in wherever you want.
Well, I mean, I grew up right over here. We literally
grew
right now.
We literally grew up on different sides of the tracks.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, and you weren't allowed to play with me.
Literally, I was not allowed to play with you guys. I wasn't allowed to play,
But my whole life, my father was an addict. A lot of people didn't know that. He coached football or whatever, but home was just pure fucking hell. Like he was always detoxing. I never understood what it was. When I got older, I understood. But I guess just. I always swore I was I'm not gonna be like my dad. I'm not gonna be like him. But here I am at 39, and I'm just like that motherfucker.
Dude, I'm just like
just
my
like
dad.
him, man.
I'm just like my dad. And you can say it all you want. I think it's a hard fight to not be your dad.
Yeah, it sucks. But he started in the mid 90s. I think he got hurt at work or something, hurt his neck, and that was when shit just went. Pain pills, what they gave him, and I'm talking.
So your family's kind of just wrecked by.
We're all gone. There were 6 of us.
Yeah.
There's me and I got a brother, but I don't know where he is. They're all gone.
You're talking about Josh, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's some bitch. I love my brother. I don't know. He's just.
The last time I talked to Josh, he was the manager at McDonald's. And
I think he's still working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Just a different one.
Yeah. And I went over to his house and he changed my oil.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at shit like that. He is. Yeah. He's always good at shit like that.
So you're saying your family didn't seek out really the drugs? It was
it just kind of, it was always for, it's not like now, I don't take prescription medicine now, it's just, I don't take anything now, but it always starts like that, but just a doctor. There's one doctor in particular, Lake City, that he was the Lake City doctor forever. I'm not going to put his name out there, but he single-handedly wrecked this community. Single-handedly brought the opiates. And I remember, like, my dad, like, Hydro, Percocet, Oxycontin. Like, why do you need all of those?
Yeah.
You know, but it's just a natural progression. I know my dad started using meth. I still really did my thing, meth. I mean, I'm not saying I haven't done it because I've done it a lot, but I like, I like to rest, man.
No, you prefer.
Yeah. But no, it's I guess last Wednesday I overdosed again, and the crazy thing is that I knew I was gonna do it. Like I knew I was
literally overdosed.
Last Wednesday, like when we talked, I just and my buddy had brought me back.
Fuck.
But I knew, man, like I'd fucking been doing this shit all day. I knew how strong it was. I knew I was like I just did something, but like my brain, like I don't know. It sounds bad, but
no, I mean,
addicts, we want to come as close to death as we possibly can. That sounds rough, but that's a rough way to put it.
No, I mean,
but I knew it was gonna happen. I knew what was about to happen. I came to Stu's house. I had a big old bag of Narcan. I threw it down on the bed and sat there for an hour. And that's one of the worst feelings ever is Narcan.
what does that feel like? My girlfriend she works for the Public Building Authority, and she got like Narcan certified like a week ago or something like that.
Yeah, I'm Narcan certified too. But no, it's rough, man. Your body temperature shoots way down. Like I don't know if that's medical, but I get pretty fucking cold when it happens to me. And all the opiates are pushed out of your system, but it's not done in like a gentle way.
It's like they go kicking and screaming.
Yeah. I mean, it's made to, I guess it resets your nervous system. And that's what it does. Your nervous system's reset. So
I mean, like, walk me through this. Like, you walked into this dude's house with a bag of Narcan and whatever drug you had, and you're just like, that was your plan to just like.
I'm not saying like I wasn't like.
It was like a plan. It was
I'm
just like
down,
you knew it was going to happen, so you brought the safety.
I'm like
measure.
This, because he's my friend. He's been my friend forever. But I was like, he talks all the time, and I'm just like, this dude doesn't know what good fentanyl is or what good heroin is. I'm gonna fucking show him. But I know that. I mean, not just that day, but the day before, I've been doing it all fucking day, and I hadn't slept. But for some reason, like it didn't. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Because I'm not thinking like I'm gonna die, but I knew I was doing too much. But then I woke up, and you don't remember. Like I don't remember what just happened. They just calmly told me. He's like, "All right, well, I just Narcaned you." So I jumped up, put my jacket on. I'm like, "All right." I knew I had to do something, so I got the fuck out of there. Got somewhere safe to go. And I've been kicking it ever since.
When you mean you knew you had to do something, you mean like
something
you had
different,
to get out,
something different,
get out of the situation.
Something different, because I don't want to die. I mean, sometimes like I'll get down and I'll say crazy shit, like, but I.
Well, I mean, because you also like you write a lot too, so I'm sure some
it gets pretty dark.
It
gets pretty dark.
But like that, I mean,
I don't share the bad stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It comes with like being creative and stuff.
Because I have shared the bad stuff, and fucking Lake City Police Department knocked on my door and said I'm okay. So, and fuck all you guys, like.
Cool, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's not what it's about. But yeah, so you learn to pull shit back in your art. Because people, they don't
understand it necessarily.
They don't understand it. So,
man, that's no. I mean, obviously, I didn't know that. We've been talking for probably 2 weeks now.
Yeah, nobody does, and I don't, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not. Maybe I should be, but I mean, people got their preconceived notions about me, and they can fucking have them for all I give a shit. I'm not ashamed of it. Like I want other people to hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you hear this, especially as an artist, you hear people say, "I love you," so you're doing so good, blah 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 blah. But it comes down to it, they don't fucking love you, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't they love to see you, they love to see you up, they love to see you down, but they don't. So yeah, I get kind of tired of hearing that. Like I love you, because you don't. If you knew me, you wouldn't, because I'm a son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, I mean it's just people going through the motions. I mean, I feel like just a lot of people. I mean, we're talking about we probably hung out for probably 30 minutes before this, and we're talking about people really don't know how to talk to one another in relationships, in friendships, and I mean it's just no one really knows. I don't know how your brain works. You don't know how my brain works. I don't know the reasons that you wanted to do heroin or the reasons I don't want to do heroin. I mean, we don't. I feel like a lot of it has to do with nurture. You know,
Sure.
you're just saying your dad, had struggled with it. I guess let's jump back on a little bit of that. Like, what was it like growing up with your dad struggling with that?
Well, I stayed gone a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, but I lived like in.
What age were you when he started like seeing the doctor?
Oh, let's see. I guess shit started to turn really when I was, man, I don't know. It was maybe 12 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. When shit
And like
when I realized I was probably 13 when I realized that okay, my dad's a drug addict. Cause I've been to the DARE program. I wrote that stupid ass little essay and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
The program that taught you how to use drugs.
the gruff crime dog.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. But that's when I realized that my dad was an addict. And he put on a hell of a
That's
show.
a crazy way to find out your parents are probably on drugs. It's like a school cartoon.
Yeah. Well, my dad was detoxing, and like a lot of people don't know it, but I'm a library kid. That's where I lived. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I got like this reputation as like this fighter and shit, but I mean I was when I had to be, but like I like to read. So my dad started detoxing. I hit library, and I'm gonna figure out what it was, and sure enough, I did figure out what it was. So imagine being 12 years old and having conscious knowledge of withdrawals.
And I mean, like, what are you feeling? Like, are you trying to like, and inadvertently like help your dad, even though you're a 12-year-old, or you just gonna let him be?
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought I could, and so like me, I went to church. And it sounded like it. You remember that, right? No,
I remember, yes.
So this motherfucker's gonna help me, bro. Like he's gonna help me, right?
We live in
like,
such a small town. It's so weird.
Yeah, 18,000 people or something like that. But yeah, I went to church, and yeah, it was a selfish reason. But I was a kid, and like you don't know, but my compromise was that okay, if you do this for me, I'll leave prayer circles. I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't do shit small. I do shit big.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out that way. So like when he finally died, that was it for me. I was like, I've gotten older, and like I have a different understanding. My understanding is that I don't give a shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's up there, he's up there.
How old were you when your dad passed away?
I was 18, so I was already out of the house. Like I left. I mean, like even when I was a little kid, I didn't stay at the house just because it was madness. I was 18. I was working at McDonald's. You don't remember all that hubbub? Well, I had my little brother. I had this apartment, so I was working full time. I was going to school. I wouldn't really say going to school. I was kind of just going to hang out with chicks, but I was still going.
Yeah.
Now I was going to work and then getting up and paying for this apartment. It was a lot. We had a lot of fun there. You went to a party at that apartment, right?
The
McDonald's.
Yeah.
The firehouse, the red brick thing.
No, I don't think so, man.
We had McDonald's parties there.
Wait, yes. Well, you talking about in the middle of town?
Yeah, right across from the police station.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I was in that apartment when I was 17.
Because weren't you there with
Jacob, my little brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we lived there for a while. But I remember it was I just called in the first bomb threat to high school.
I remember that.
That was the day, dog. That was the day.
That was the day that what?
That my dad died. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was just like everything was in high gear. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, so your dad passed away, and why was your thought to call the bomb threat?
I did the bomb threat before the day. The day before.
In.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. We were staying in my apartment. You got 18-year-old kids, high school with their own space. They're gonna party and shit. So we were just getting stoned a lot. And I think we were watching like an episode of Seinfeld or something. And on the episode, someone called in a bomb threat. So we were like, so we're gonna do that. That's how there was no master plan. Like that's how that came about. We were just fucking stoned, man.
That's crazy.
And that night, my dad died.
I was in school that day, and we went to North Middle because the bomb threat we called them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to we got loaded up and went to journal school.
Yeah, that was nuts. I don't know why I do shit like that. I still do shit like that. Not quite that big, but I mean, I still I cannot. I don't know, man. There's something inside of me that like fuck the police. You know what I mean? Like there's something inside of me that's like my mantra. So I can't. I try, and I do good sometimes. Most of the time, I do really good, but I can't stay on the right side of the law.
When was the last time you were on the wrong side of the law?
Well, the last time I was in jail was 2020. Southern killing me. But it's like you got a hook in you, man, and it's so hard to get to jail for your first time, but after you go the first time, it's so easy to go back.
That seems dangerous. Dude, it's so weird hearing you say it's like that is in you because that's so not in me. And so it's just polar opposite kind of feelings. I mean, I've never been to jail. I've never really been in trouble, kind of period. I'm very like.
It's because your mom kept you on this side of the street.
I mean, don't kind of. She'll probably see this if we put it out, and
I mean, she did good, I guess. I don't know. My problem with life, with breaking the law and staying sober, is that everything's so fucking boring. Like I'm bored, man. And like when I get bored, I pull up to the gas station. I see like a CO from the jail getting something to drink. Like I'm about to start some shit. It's like, I don't know. I try to, and I do. I don't always do that, but
I mean, what is that? I don't know how else to really say it other than like. So, all right, like if you are in that scenario where you pull up and you feel like messing with somebody, like what does that feel like? What is it internally?
Adrenaline.
It's just like if I do this, I'm gonna get something out of it.
Well, you don't get nothing out of
Well,
it because especially if you end up getting in trouble again, you go back to jail and then like your ass. What? Because that's what they do.
I guess like you're gonna get that feeling, that little rush.
Yeah, dopamine, man, serotonin. That's like the journey of my life.
You can get a lot of dopamine out of taking cold showers versus doing heroin. I just want to tell you that because that's what I've been doing.
Well, I'm gonna try that.
You can do that. I don't know if
figured out addiction, man.
I don't know if it's gonna help super well.
Yeah.
I don't know what that rush of heroin feels like, but cold showers are nice.
Down here growing up, we always took. It was it was always cold showers. So yeah, I feel you. I'm gonna try that. Yeah.
So 18, your dad passes away, and when's I guess your first? Because I'm sure you've done it a couple times now or whatever, but like when's your first big time do you leave like Tennessee? Or like why?
That was just recently, the very first time I did.
Oh, okay.
After me and her split up.
So have you mostly just been around here until then, or like?
Yeah, with the exception of prison and rehab and you know what I mean.
All right.
I spent some time in Knoxville for a little bit, and growing up here, I always thought that my thought was I can't wait to get out of here. But then I got out here. I got a place in Knoxville.
Yeah.
And just felt like something was missing, man. And I didn't feel like it was back until I got back here. There's there's therapy in Andes Ridge, in the mountains and in the woods.
Oh yeah, dude. You talk to Jazz all the time, and I'll be standing outside just listening to the wind blow through the trees and stuff like that.
Me and her split up, and I just I started using again. No big secret.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of already doing it with those damn diet pills that a doctor was giving me for 2 fucking years. My blood pressure through the roof every time she checked it, and she doesn't even okay. And like I have high blood pressure, I used to, but me and her split up, and I kind of just kind of floundered around for a little bit. Started making trouble, started getting into trouble, and the original plan was that I had a buddy in like North Carolina or something. I was going to go stay with him, but I guess it was just kind of fly by the seat of your pants plan I shouldn't have taken serious. So by the time I got to South Carolina, he'd kind of flaked. It was fucking cold outside. And so I take off in the woods and I come across some railroad tracks and there's a train sitting there and they're loading up and shit. And I'd watch these videos on YouTube of, hobos. And it's cool, man. Like it's cool life. And so I jumped on this train, and that was it.
So you hadn't done that before ever? That was like the first time you ever?
No, that was the first time ever. So I went from South Carolina down to Georgia, and from Georgia we went west, Louisiana, Texas.
So you've seen his videos. Like, what exactly did you do? You just like jump in the car? Or you jump on top of the train?
You jump in the car? No. You definitely don't jump on top because it's not the movies. Like you get killed. Most of us you're walking railroad tracks, you see a little railroad spike. People can get on trains all kind of way. But the ideal way is to get into a car. And you take that spike and you jam it in the door so the door can't close on you. Because if the door closes, you're fucked until somebody opens it. Yeah. So yeah, I was in South Carolina. It was cold as fuck, man. And I'd stay there all night. And I was like, well, I gotta do something. You know what I mean? Like it's
So
cold,
like, did
cold.
you like hitchhike up there? Or
Somewhat. You don't do a lot of hitchhiking because you just don't. I mean, like I'm not saying that I was afraid for my safety, but I'm afraid to be put in a situation in which I hurt somebody else. And I mean, like and it's out there. Like people are fucking nuts out there, man. I'm not just talking about homeless people and addicts. I'm talking about normal people.
oh yeah,
They're not kind to each other. And that's weird hearing from me, but like I don't like I hate violence. Like it's
You're
got no
just
room
really
in
good
my
at it.
life for it.
you're just good at it.
Well, let me tell you something. I got mixed up in California.
Okay.
These three guys were messing with this young girl, and I intervened. And they don't get me wrong, they stopped bothering her. But I'm not good at it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I cleaned some of these guys' clocks, but no, I got my ass whooped. So, you get older. That first hit, like I thought he was done. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't done. And then that first hit, like I'm reminded, okay, like I take high blood pressure now. You know what I'm saying? It's getting real serious. But no, I guess if you don't use it, you lose it. And I like when I was young, I was just mad, angry.
Yeah.
My dad was whooping my ass all the time. That's something that people don't know is that he did. But I don't know. I guess I just grew out of it. Now I can't.
Yeah. Now you care less.
It's
Probably.
baggage, man.
Yeah.
Baggage. I don't want to hurt anybody.
So you hop the train. I'm jumping back to the train for a second. And you just like did you just not get out until California, or like what did you do?
Well, I fell asleep.
And then like
Yeah, because at this point,
did
like
they
I'm.
kick you out? Did
No,
they find you ever?
No, thank God. Because that's a crime. A lot of people they have some respect for that subculture, but no, that's a crime. In South Carolina, I never saw it, but the word was if they catch you on a train, they'll throw you off while it's moving. So it's a crazy, violent world. But no, I stayed. I got off in Louisiana, northern Louisiana, and spent some time there. I wish I would have spent more time there. Saw an alligator, a couple alligators.
You've been in
Met some cool
Shreveport
people.
before. That's
I ate some food, got sicker than fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and I stopped.
So when you're doing this, do you have any money? Or are you just like
No. I mean, sometimes I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. It's like, you'd be surprised what a person could get by on.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, I'm so disgusted with rent and fucking car payment, and I just worked all these years and it's all gone. Like my house is gone. Like my new couch is gone. My washer, my dryer. Like it's like I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I'm just disgusted by it. And that's something I'm trying to snap out of now, and it's hard to do because money sucks, man. Like it
Money
sucks.
does
It
suck.
sucks chasing it. Like it sucks spinning it. People want to take it. People want to hurt you for it.
Yeah, dude, it's
It sucks.
terrible.
But you
It's
can make it.
it's garbage.
I mean, it'll shock you. Before I left Knoxville, I got signed up on food stamps. I mean, it's the first time in my entire life I've been on food stamps, but it is what it is. I don't really give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
I paid into it since I was a little kid. But no, I don't have much money. Every once in a while I'll borrow some money or come up with you'll stop in a certain town, like a bigger city like Knoxville or Phoenix or Albuquerque, and find some day labor.
Oh yeah, like daily
You
pay.
do that to get
Yeah.
by. Yeah, but
So
then
what
like
did you-
when
so-
I got in a fight with those three guys and that girl, they broke a rib. And so my traveling is like I was moving like 20 miles a day. And that's on foot, it just depends. But then all of a sudden, like I can't put my boot on. You know what I'm saying? If I lay down, I can't get up. And then I get a cold on top of it. And so I had to come home, I had to call and get some help.
Yeah. So you like you said, so that happened in California, right?
Mhm.
So how long were you in California?
Oh, I guess a month all in. The thing was that girl, she was like 19 years old or something. Little Cheyenne Indian girl, but she was just a wreck, man. She came out there with some guy, and he was gonna start a band or be an actor or some shit. But Hollywood, the dreams painted
yeah.
broken dreams. He left one. He got a construction job. He left one day. Left her there. They kicked her out of the hotel. She was eating out of trash cans and shit. So I rescued this girl or whatever. I just got my ass whooped. Left her alone, and I get to talking to her, and she's like, all I want to do is go back home to her grandma's house, which is in South Carolina. So me being like the hero that I am, I'm like, all right, let's go. So that's what brought me back this way.
And
Was getting her home, which I did.
So you said you got help to like get back here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Went from South Carolina to Tennessee. I got some help. But
He doesn't really like hopping trains to get back home.
hmm
Are you waiting?
that's the best. That's the best.
You
way
hop
to
train to
back.
get home
Yeah, when we
with
could.
her.
Yeah, she wasn't so keen on it, but like I didn't.
You're so casual about everything. I don't know what's going on. I thought when I said you got help to get home, I thought you like got a bus ticket.
From South Carolina, yeah. I went from South Carolina to Atlanta to Knoxville. But before that, no. I had her, and resources were kind of thin. But if you learn, $3 a day, you can feed yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You leave drugs alone. So you can't get high when you're on the road.
Yeah.
You just can't. It's too much. It's just too much to carry. I mean, it's too much to carry all the time. But I was feeding myself about $3 a day. Her for about.
And like, so what's $3 a day feeding you?
I would get like a couple cans of fruit and like a juice drink or something, and just make it last.
Like at a gas station or something, or
Yeah.
like a grocery store.
Or a grocery store, and that's
So
not and that's
just
not
like a
always
couple
the case.
cans of like change fruit, like
Yeah, dude,
75 cents
fruit.
a can. I'm just clear. Like I'm just
Fruit.
checking in, dude.
Fruit is the ultimate energy. Like you'll get more energy from that than anything. But yeah,
All right.
it just depends. She ate a lot of ramen noodles. I remember that. I don't eat that shit because
It's just start.
I've been locked up so much. I just can't. I can't do it. It sucks. I've been locked up a lot. When I got hooked up on those opiates, it got real serious real fast. And I remember like the first day I
just want to be clarified. Like you're talking about like when me and you were working together at Taco Bell, KFC.
Yeah, that's
like when you
started.
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I left that job for fucking it off, you know what I mean? Because I was just high.
Yeah.
A doctor gave me Suboxone. Well, it was fucking expensive as fuck. I'm talking, $400 a visit. So I start selling it, and so now you're a fucking drug dealer.
Yeah.
And so the drug task force sent to one of my friends. Like he was just a sick addict himself. And I was selling it to be able to pay for myself. And all Suboxone does, it blocks
What a
the
fucking cycle.
Yeah, it blocks the. What's that say about their job, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Because he made $80 to do that. I sold one Suboxone strip for him to him for $25. And I got 5 years. And they'll pay him whatever $80, and he'll go to a real drug dealer. And so what's that say about what they do for a living?
It's all just money, bro. It's all just money. Every bit of it's just about money. That's
But yeah, they wanted me to serve 3 years. I'd never done any time, really, just like 10 days here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, hell no. And they're like, well, you do 5 years on probation. And that was a big fucking mistake because I was still using. And every time I get in trouble, they'd start it over. So eventually they said, all right, that's enough. We're done. And they laid me down for a couple of years.
So where did you actually end up at? Like, were you in Anderson County?
Yeah, I did most of my time at Anderson County Jail. Anderson County Jail, it's a state facility. They pay, I don't know how much it is now, but it's like $100 a day for every prison inmate. And they're kind of kept separate. But yeah, they get jobs and shit like that.
So did you get in there and get a job?
Oh yeah, got a job in the kitchen.
Yeah.
14 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sucked.
Sounds like.
Well, it did. It sucked. It's like washing those trays and shit. But it's better than being back in the dungeon. I mean, you'll be back there for 3 years. You don't feel the sun on your skin. You got poor fellas in there that are so starved for basic vitamins, their teeth are crumbling.
Yeah. Bro, that's insane.
No, that's happening right now. Like, right now. In Anderson County Jail.
So being in Anderson County Jail, I mean, did you see people that you like grew up with a lot?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a.
Did anything go like? What was like the worst day in jail?
I'd say a lot of people when they go, you hear about them getting in fights and shit, but that's not the typical experience.
Yeah.
You keep your mouth shut. Because when I got there, I realized I was like, okay, so I'm not the toughest guy anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I am, he's going to come back with his friend. And so I kept.
There's levels here. Yeah.
The worst days for me is when something was going on out here. Like my mom died when I was in there. My little brother committed suicide a month before I got. That was the worst.
That was a bad day, dude.
Because you're in this box. There's a wall right there, and you can reach out and touch the other wall, and you're in this motherfucker for 21 hours a day. So you can't watch TV, you can't play the radio, so you're just in there with your thoughts. You know what's going on out there. Someone just died, but you don't know anything about it. But those were the worst days for me. Those nights that drove.
So they would come and tell you like, so and so passed away, but you don't know anything other than and you know not to react strongly, because if you react strongly, they're going to take it that like you're suicidal. And they're going to take off all your clothes, they're going to take all your possessions, they're going to put you in a paper gown and push you into the cell with nothing. So
you gotta
you
control.
can't even react. So you're like
You better fucking
in
not.
a prison because you can't even react like
Exactly.
how you want to react
Exactly.
emotionally.
Exactly. And I learned that the first time. And when my mom passed away, because I reacted.
So I mean, but they don't even like they don't really ask questions. They just automatically like take you and you're like, oh,
That's
you're
it.
overreacting. Let's go.
I mean, they wouldn't even say that. They just say, get your shit. You grab your shit together. They put it in a trash bag. They'll throw it, and you'll see it. They'll throw it in a little office or something, and you go in the cell, and they say, all right, strip. You strip, and when I say paper gown, I mean paper gown. So you want to talk about cold? People say, oh, I'm so cold, but this is cold. Like this is the cold. Sometimes I can sit here and I can think about it, and for a second, like I'll feel
like that.
I feel the cold.
Chill.
I feel the chill. Yeah.
I don't think anybody like can really imagine. I don't think I can probably imagine. That was I hated hearing about your brother that day. Yeah, I need to go home. I'm gonna go take her
No,
up there.
she's okay. She just a little baby.
Wesley, I think Wesley's the one that told me. He put it in our group chat.
Yeah.
And I hated it because I literally seen him all the time. Like I've seen him walking around town all the time. And
I just talked to him, which is weird because I don't ever get to talk to anyone when I have to go in there. I haven't been in a long time, but I don't know. I'm fucking up right now, and I don't give a fuck. But I had just talked to him. You get every couple of months, you'll get like a free phone call. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like I didn't get commissary, I didn't get visits. No one wrote me letters, but it just so happened that I remember that I get this free phone call. It's first call I made in almost 3 years. And somehow I get a hold of him, and everything was fine, man. He was going to the grocery store, and he was real excited about the future. Got a new job, and it was
yeah, dude. I mean, he.
too excited. He's dead. No, you're good. So I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
you know, he's always troubled. I mean, we all were troubled.
Yeah.
I mean, I took it upon myself to try to solve some of his problems, but what the fuck did I know? You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't really your responsibility, but like I don't know, I was super shocked by it too because, like I said, I mean, anytime I seen him, he's always had that baby stroller, and he always seemed like he was just happy, like he always.
Yeah, that was my impression too. Yeah, I don't know, and it just didn't make sense to me. Still doesn't make sense to me, but you gotta learn to let shit go. When I finally got out, I got to dig in, of course, and found this out, found that out, and I got a hold of the detective, and I got Jacob's property. And I was expecting like this big like aha moment. You know, this is why this shit happened. You know, this is the problem. This is the villain. But I get his property, just the contents that were in his pockets, and there's just nothing there. Nothing. No closure. I don't know what. I don't know, it's just one of them things.
I mean, I don't know if you care to talk about it or whatever. And if you don't, we can move on. But
No.
I thought I was under the impression that somebody said it was like foul play.
Yeah, and that's the thing about living in that small community. I wish it was. Like, I wish I had someone to blame.
Yeah.
Because I would go, but it wasn't.
No.
You know, you talk to the detective and you read the report, and he killed himself.
Man,
I wish he didn't. I wish there was someone that I could go fucking blame. And that's how it is with death. We all do that. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, they want to blame somebody or something for this happening, but it's one of those fucking things that just don't make sense. It never will. It's beyond me. I gotta let that shit go. It's just too heavy.
So he does have I don't know 100%, but he does have a son or daughter, right?
Yeah, he does. He's doing really good. So yeah, so I was able to find out about him, and he's doing great. Normal family. They go on cruises and shit.
That's good.
So yeah. And he was so young. I hope that because we're like me and Jacob and even Josh, we're stuck in a cycle.
Yeah.
And I'm having trouble getting out of myself. I mean, I came close, but I don't know. I guess I'm just tired of doing what everybody says I should fucking do. Because when I need help, nobody's there. That's what I learned as a kid, bro. There's nobody coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My aunts and uncles and mama and neighbor, they knew we were fucking hungry down there. They looked and saw that they would drive by that house or whatever, and they saw there were no fucking lights on. And that's what I learned when I was a kid, is that there's nobody coming to save you. Nobody. You gotta do it yourself. Or don't. Or go live in the woods, which is pretty cool too.
Jump trains.
Yeah.
Maybe not fight with strangers.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, That's heavy.
The best way I can describe addiction to people that have never been addicted is imagine you're driving down a highway at 70 miles an hour and you're in the worst thunderstorm of your fucking life. Now you can picture a moment in which this is stressing me out, right?
Yeah.
Now picture that moment when you go under the bridge. Imagine that peace.
It's like chill, yeah.
That's addiction, man. That's why we do it. Like, so when I'm using, I don't have tough moments. It's afterwards. Like now, I'm having some tough fucking moments now. Cause I got a huge gap in my employment. You know, I don't have a car.
Yeah.
But, you know, shit like that. That's easy. It's easy to fix that, but it's getting motivated to do it. Because in my experience, like the real people, like the people I want to be around with, it's not the sober people. You know what I'm saying? Like my buddy that saved me the other day, like that's a real motherfucker. Like he'll check and see if you need shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He says, "I love you, bro. I love you."
Yeah. No.
You know, we write together and shit. But like the sober people, so that's my problem is getting like it's getting back to normal, man. Because
Do you feel like it's hard to make those genuine connections where dudes especially like actually give a shit about each other?
Oh yeah, and that's what I want.
And so,
I mean, like I've had my
I
heart
think it's
broken by
like-
every woman that I've ever met, bro. So like that word bros before hoes, like I'll do some cold ass shit to females
Yeah.
just for some dude. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. I mean, even like real friends, and this goes back to what we're talking about. People don't know how to talk to each other.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with all the world right now. Like, you know, Republicans and Democrats. Like how silly of a fucking thing to
Yeah.
you know, silly, but people don't know. How to, and that's the same in relationships.
we stumbled upon that protest the other day in Knoxville, and like I watched like 70-year-old people like bark at cars, and I was like, bro, but what is this doing?
Nothing.
But
It's not. It's for them. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
It's for them.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess we won't turn it into that. Give me something that you're thinking, or give me something that you think
people measure
dudes should know.
People measure you by what they can take from you. It doesn't matter how good of a friend you have or how loyal your girlfriend is. Don't let them get to know each other.
Yeah.
It's a fucking recipe for disaster because all people want to do is each other. So, I mean, that sounds vulgar and I don't mean to be that way, but that's some advice. Ease up on yourself, man. I mean, you just sit out there, you project all this confidence. Like, that's all in there. I'm just as lost as you. No. But I'm here for you. I'm fucking proud of you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I really am proud of you.
I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you're back here. I'm glad that you're doing all right.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're on the sober train. I'm glad that you know, at least that you know how to be sober and you know what you gotta do.
I'm gonna give it hell.
If you need help, whatever. I'm out here.
I appreciate that.
You might, do a round two or something. But I guess, bro. I guess that's it.
That's
See
it.
y'all later.
All right, see you later.